Welcome back to Philip Sees China, where we make every effort to acquaint you with Chinese history and culture through the study of idioms and proverbs. In our last episode, we talked briefly about the spring and autumn period, circa 771 BC to 476 BC, and particularly the beautiful Shi. However, just as this period is famous for beauty, it is equally well known for far-sighted leaders, and such a leader could be found in Qi Huangdong. Born into a duke's family in the state of Qi, Qi Huangdong was not in direct line of succession to power due to having two older brothers. He was mentored and tutored by Bao Shuya, who was born in what is Anhui Prefecture today. Upon Qi Huangdong's father's passing, his older brother would take on the role of duke. But predicting his assassination in circa 686 BC, Bao Shuya would flee with Qi Huangdong to the nearby state of Zhu, where they would go into temporary exile. The ill-fated position of power fell to his cousin, who again would be dead within a month. A play for power between his older brother and Qi Huangdong began upon his return to Qi. However, with the assistance of Bao Shuya, he would take control not only of the army, but also the government too, and forced his brother with advisor Guanzhong to seek further ill-fated military assistance from the neighboring state of Lu. While Bao Shuya stood at Lu's capital city gate, heading a Qi army, the Duke of Lu was forced to execute the older brother. The now unemployed advisor Guanzhong, despite a failed assassination upon Qi Huangdong, was faithfully a childhood friend to Bao Shuya, who petitioned his duke on Guanzhong's behalf, not only to spare his life, but indeed to utilize him as his chancellor in the coming years. This new partnership would go on to create the newly anointed Duke Huan of Qi in circa 685 BC at the head of the Qi state, reorganizing its government and society, dividing both the land as well as the people into regulated units and enforcing a meritocratic system of governance. This allowed them to mobilize economic, political, and military power far more efficiently than their peers. Indeed, this renaissance of the lamented Zhou tributary states brought newfound cooperation and restoration of order amongst them. Choosing Duke Huang of Qi as their leader, subsequent conflicts with non-Zhou peoples, and the ever-encroaching state of Chu to the south were all kept in check. Toward the end of his more than 40 years of reign, Duke Huan's power began to decline as he grew ill and the state suffered internal political turmoil. Being starved to death by several of his sons in circa 643 BC, the state of Qi would completely lose its predominance. Which leads me quite nicely into introducing another Chinese idiom, lǎomǎ-shítú, or an old horse knows the way. What does this mean? Well, this is likened to understanding the value of experience. Duke Huan of Qi had led a small army to attack a state in the north. Leaving in the spring, when the grass covered the ground, upon their victorious return in winter, everywhere was covered in snow. His army had lost its way, and while they fret, Guanzhong suggested selecting several old horses to lead the army as they might know the way home. Now, does lǎomǎ-shítú have any similarly meaning idioms in English? Well, some idioms that come to my mind are an old hand knows the ropes, or experience is the father of wisdom. Primarily used on its literal sense, this expression goes back to the days of sailing ships when skill in handling ropes was essential for any sailor. The idiom is found in various forms from the mid-19th century onwards. You'll find this idiom very well used in China, and we hope you've enjoyed this next idiom. There's lots more to come. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Oh, and before we let you go, could you please consider giving us a like and subscribe? Until next time then, 书能生巧, practice makes perfect.